All right, welcome back to the WDF Men's Singles Finals here, live at Seacoast, the 35th Seacoast. I'm Sean Green, joined in the booth by the great DJD himself, David Garfinkel. What's up, David?
Hey there, what's going on, Sean? Happy to be here on what should be a phenomenal match.
Oh, my goodness. Leonard Gates in the semifinal averaged 101. Spellman has averaged 98 so far today. You can't look for anything better than this, what we got going on right now.
Nope, and, Gates has had battles. Out of a possible 14 legs to play in the semifinals and quarterfinals, he played all 14 of them.
Yeah, I mean, they both have played great. This is the final. First of 5 legs here in the final. As we see Alex Spellman getting going. He's played very well today, but that doesn't really... That's like saying the sun is bright. It's just kind of how Alex Spellman plays darts now. He always shows up playing well.
It does. Alex has just been Mr. Consistency this year, and it's been super impressive to watch and great to see. And he's still super humble and just a all-around great guy to talk to, and we'll have a conversation with anybody about his game and about their game.
Oh, yeah. And if you want to have a long conversation with him, he'll do that too. He loves to talk darts. He loves to talk
You
format, strategy. There. I mean, he just loves to talk. Yeah, you're right. Kind of like me.
Absolutely. Aren't we all that way? Call for a 5-minute conversation and get a 3-hour conversation. It's the best way to be.
It is the best way to be. You're not wrong. As we look here to see what Gates might be doing, but I don't know. He had a 140, big darts. There we go. I know. I heard Will in the background, so I know that he was very excited that the board was not shown right there in that moment.
Yeah, I know better than to touch buttons. I just sit here on my hands to make sure that I don't touch stuff.
Well, Gates 32 left, and there's leg number 1 goes to Leonard Gates. 1-0 lead here early on. Alex Spellman had a bit of an off leg, to say the least. It's also a break a throw for Gates. So he does a little do-si-do and heads right back to the line.
And, yeah, he's been pulling into the 5 a little bit today, so we'll see if that continues to be a bit of an issue in this finals for Gates, but overall going to try to stay steady, and big 1-3-7 from Alex to work on flipping this leg around, breaking right back.
Yeah, whatever happened in leg number 1 does not mean that that's going to happen in leg number 2 for Spellman, but a nice 140 from Gates. He's just throwing very consistently right now. It makes it tough to beat, and he had to escape some crazy situations. Ryan Vanderwhite had him dead to rights.
He did.
In the top 8.
He did, and
I know that's your guy. I'm sure you were watching that match closely.
I was actually chalking that match, so yes, I was watching it very closely. Very, very closely.
the ideal closeness that you could possibly be.
Yeah, and I think, 6 out of Ryan's 7 match darts that he had there, you couldn't fit a hair between the dart and the wire. Yep. So it was that close to going the other way.
It's tough. That's why this game is as frustrating and tough as it is that a millimeter makes all the difference.
Yep, if baseball's a game of inches, darts is a game of millimeters, because that's your difference between a 110 average and a 60 average.
Yep. It's kind of unfair, though, that you were chalking that match. You can see over everybody. Maybe someone shorter should have been chalking that match that couldn't see if there was a crowd there.
Well,
Gates needs under one of those, doesn't get it.
After the first leg, I saw nobody stepping up, so I asked both of them if they wanted a chalker, because it was the right thing to do.
You're not wrong. Spellman unlucky to fall into the treble 1, so leaves 74 with only 40 scored. Gates on 56. This is for a 2-0 lead. Unable to get it. So Spellman a chance here to break right back.
There's a big opportunity for him. 20 for tops.
That's a good marker for Alex, too. Yep. Fits it right in there. Alex Spellman makes it a 1-1 scoreline, breaks right back. So now we're back on throw. And the reason why I said that about the chalking thing is Richard Ashdown told me a story about how he got so good at counting, and he is now the premier spotter in darts. And he said he couldn't see over crowds, so he learned how to chalk so that he could be up close.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
And then everyone got used to him being the best chalker, and so he got to see everything. And he loved that. Great 1-3-2 from Spellman.
Yeah, I tend
They're
to have
both
that.
firing.
Oh, what a shot.
180 there from Leonard Gates.
See that? Look at that. You have a backup if you decide not to do commentary. You could be a referee.
Again, I just steal it from Colin Rath. That's literally his exact 180 call. It's so good that I can't do anything else.
And you know what they say, imitation is the best form of flattery.
Yep, and I'm waiting for someone to imitate me for once. It's just never going to happen. Spellman 170. Trying to go fishing. Oh. Jeff McMahon disagreed with you, by the way, on saying that I could always ref. I think he also knows my math skills.
Well, you'll learn.
All right, so Gates leaves tops, but Spellman on 36. Most likely this goes.
Yep.
Yeah. Dart number 1, 13 dart hold a throw from Alex Spellman, as these averages start to climb pretty high. Now both in the mid-90s. Well, not anymore. 90 and 87, but I'm telling you, North American darts, if you're not averaging above 90, you're not making finals of events anymore.
Nope. You need to, it might not be the finals, but along the way you need at least a low mid-90s average to win a match, because you're going to run into a low to mid-90s average.
And the only way to beat that is if you time everything perfectly, and that's just difficult to do.
Yes. But, they say timing is everything. James Wade has made a career out of it.
Yes. A nice 180 there from Alex Spellman.
And boom goes the dynamite.
I like it. I usually reserve that for cricket.
That was just
but
for
I
you,
appreciate it. It's amazing how many. Danny Baggish has said it now. Jen Mounts.
But what do you mean? I thought you were waiting for somebody to imitate
Dave
you.
Garfinkel.
That's a lot of imitation right there. That you should be extremely flattered.
I am very flattered, especially with how terrible that catchphrase is. That so many people continue to say it.
Still better than some of your nicknames. But we won't open up that can of worms.
That's a little bit of a disputable thing there, but you do put the names on the jersey, so you do get final say.
On what a
nice
76
hit
there.
That's an interesting way he went about it, but takes a 3-1 lead. It is a race to 5, but does break the Gates throw. Gates has yet to hold his throw in this match.
Yeah, so the logic behind him going the trip 16 on the 76 was no matter where, if he fell out into the 8 or the 7, he's still leaving himself a single to the bull. Versus if he went 20 as a 5 or a 1, he would still need to hit a triple to get to an out. So with Soldier sitting on 43, he wanted to assure that he at least got a dart at a bullseye to try to win the leg.
Look at Dave Garfinkel in here doing some great commentary work with me. I can't say I'm not excited for this. You came just to say hi, and now you're sitting here doing the finals. I'm sure you were not excited to do that, but we appreciate having you.
I get to have a conversation with you and announce a game with you. It's a dream come true.
Oh, you stop it right now.
This was in my diary for about 2 years now. Your diary.
That's weird. You've only known me like a year and a half.
One day, I wish to talk on commentary on a stream with the legendary Sean Green.
Oh boy. Well, Gates back on 383. Let's change the subject here. This is just a real commentary team of Greenfinkel.
The bestest. A little bit over a year ago, we became best friends, and now here we are.
Here we are. You just made so many people angry, the best friends comment. I like it, though.
People are
I'm all
allowed
for
to
it.
have multiple best friends. It's 2023. We can be what we want to be.
18 for tops here for a 4-1 lead now for Spellman, who is just starting to cruise. Nice 14 darter there from Spellman. He's going to be averaging over 100 now.
Ooh, you got that by .03. Look at you go.
Nope, I messed it up. It's a 98.64. So not quite over 100 yet. Should have been.
So close. So close.
Both of them averaging well into the 90s, but Gates has a lot of work left to do. If there's anything that I can say, though, is that he's been in this situation before and handled himself through this situation a couple of times. The only difference, I would say, is that it's Alex Spellman.
In this case, instead of just needing one break, he needs two.
Yep.
But going back to our conversation about, the level of American darts going into this leg, Gates was shooting a 92 and down 4-1.
Exactly. I mean, you can't say it any better than that. Gates has not thrown terrible at all. He's still averaging 92 after that 140 and just not touching it. And then the last match, Gates averaged 101 and almost lost.
Yep. Yeah, it becomes a grueling battle.
The background. Yep. Alex's better half and basically birthday twin of mine. We were born literally 5 days apart from each other, which is amazing.
How about that? That's close. That's close. Actually, one of my good friends is born on my birthday, which is kind of one of those mind-blowing experiences when we both found that out.
Same year, too?
No. He's a young
See,
one.
Jessica is literally 5 days. Like, same year and everything.
All right.
Yeah, it's crazy. Small worlds. Alex going to stay down there, trying to hit a treble to leap the 170. Not going to do so with Gates on 140. Gates has 6 from this point. But Alex still really in control of the match. Even if Gates hits this, double 10 would be a great 140 checkout. That deserves a boom ghost, a dynamite there for Leonard Gates, but it is only 4-2.
But see if that can get the momentum rolling for him. It only takes that one dart to, get that adrenaline flowing, that steam going, and roll off 3 more on the spin.
Dave, I have to admit, it is really cool to see all of the DJD jerseys and players, sponsored players, and support that you have here at Seacoast this weekend. It's always that must make you feel just insanely proud on top of everything.
It is insanely humbling. Every tournament I walk into, it's a little emotional, and it takes me back a little bit on kind of what this little thing grew into that was developed in 2017 at the last ever U.S. Dart Classics in Stamford. And, the other day I was joking around with Ryan Vanderwijk because he was actually the first player we ever sponsored. And I turned to him and I was like, isn't it funny, Ryan? Remember when the team was you? And now it's 40 people?
Oh, look at this. The 160 for the match potential. Oh, my gosh, tops. For the 160. Oh, he said anything you could do, I could do better if he would have hit that. But the counting from the 305 to even give himself that shot was brilliantly done. Gates just hit a 180 to leave the 178. And this is for the WDF title. Double 10. Great marker. And there it is. Alex Spellman defeats Leonard Gates 5-2. He is your champion of the men's WDF singles title. Great match from Alex Spellman. A 96.41 average to Leonard's 94.05. My goodness, great darts.